We're talking about S&D. We're talking about the S&D game type, which is on screen right now. This is a first-time showcase of the new game type. This is not an HCS game type yet, at least, unless we like it. 11 rounds, first to 6. Call of Duty style, basically, right? It's called Seek and Deploy. Seek and Deploy.
To the Halo 3 pit that we know and love.
This is a Forge map designed for the mode, yeah.
Talk us through, you have an A site, we have a B site, we have mid as well. I mean, talk us through it a little bit.
Yeah, you got
it's kind of pit aesthetic, yeah.
One leading towards
3 lanes.
Each spawn you have 3 lanes basically. One will take you to mid, one will lead you to A, one will lead you to B. But there's also sub routes throughout the map
Team Lucid versus Team
Formy. Cross over and maybe sneak through gaps of where the defense is.
Is it happening? Oh, wait.
Looks like we're jumping into it.
Wait, what are they choosing? They're choosing things. Filthy Casual. Holy shit, 25 gifted out of Filthy Casual. Oh my god, brother. Wait, give me a second. We got to see this.
You can see the buy menu.
Filthy, I love you, man.
The credits available as well. Only grenades available. Plasma grenades.
You see a couple
Frosty's already. I can already see that Frosty's been in your ear.
It's confusing, but
you can see the repulse. The grenades are purchased. A couple of them bought thrust. And
the repulse in the back pocket and the thrust.
Traditionally purchase a
they're
ton
4 stacking. They're holding hands. They're holding hands going down the same lane.
Be played off by the highest level players.
First time on the map for both teams here.
Seek and Deploy extraction for the first time ever in Halo Infinite. We will say all-star rosters underway. First engagement taking place, and right away,
already planting.
Starting that extraction.
In the meantime, though, you do see the Eagle team is going to have taken the points.
1 minute to
in the middle of the map
to defend it. 1 minute.
Opted to just play retake here.
So it's retake going to be in. 2 players in the pit at the moment, and this is an area that when we were talking through some of the gameplay, whereas we were saying it's such an annoying place to try and flush people out, but the first pick.
Do we have a listen in? We can hear their comms.
Which means the Eagle team are going to have a mad advantage here.
And do they regen? No regening.
Yeah, that's it. Just one line.
Yeah, we hear their comms very quietly.
Like if they lose health, do they regen their health?
Yes,
oh, sorry.
They do regular shields. Regular shields.
Regen.
Yeah, kind of same shield system.
That's it. 4 dead.
All 4 dead.
Nice round.
Clean retake. Wow. Clean retake.
Out of Eagle. Out of Team Lucid.
The mistake I'm already seeing out of the boys here is you saw Frosty playing mid with that repulse frag, but you saw also
these teams are crazy stacked, bro. Imagine these were real teams.
Damage there to be able to
hold on a second.
Not get caught off by yourself.
One thing to talk about as well is how important the comms are in the buy phase, right?
Because the fact that you have 1 life does take some dopamine out of it for me personally.
For example, or everybody buying the same thing. You've got to coordinate so that everybody is getting the most value out of the equipment and weapons they're playing.
There's nothing worse than the no.
So he's choosing.
And you see 3 of your teammates.
Got a thrust in the back pocket. This player has a sticky. Who is this?
Absolutely.
Lucid has sticky
By the way, I
thrust.
gotta say, all 4 players.
No secondary.
Getting killed in that round. Pretty impressive. You don't really see that early engagement here coming with this mid push.
Gonna get double chowed out.
Points they said.
Renegade can pick up off that though.
Gonna be 2 dead either side at the moment. 1v1 in the middle of the map.
Big. Oh, they trade it. Wait.
But it is going to be.
Swarm will last alive.
They're back to say we're tied up at 1-1.
That was the fastest round I have seen to date.
But
yeah.
I guarantee you there's a conversation.
There's a lack of
there's 100-point credits.
They kind of just go in and die, you know. Yeah, the bagging, sure.
Let's go for it. And the fact that both of those teams probably have
there's lack of tension. The shield recharge as well, right? It's like
it's very different from an
it just feels like it's missing tension or a build up or something. They kind of just went in and it's like a single team exchange in a standard game of Halo. In Slayer, you know what I mean? And then it's just done, and that's the round.
On the defensive side here, we're going to see last shot trying to move, and it looks like a little bit of a split.
How much like a build-up? Yeah, it's just they kind of headbutt each other, and then somebody wins, somebody loses, you know? Norton, let's go. Thank you, brother. My God, welcome. All right, last shot here with some coverage over the point as they plan. He's got the Threat Seeker exposing Stellar. Nothing the guy can do to live except distract for the team.
Lucid there to be able to finish off Stellar's damage. That was either going to be a high-risk play by Stellar because he's
Formal off the damage.
Try to go for the stick, but now
Frosty with a nice clean shot.
You can see where the red gun
gets out, gets his shields back. He's right back in
Frosty, right? That's pretty aggressive and specific angle to
3v2 advantage Formal.
In the end, knew exactly when to push.
Numbers on the
2-shot beatdown, dead.
Frosty gonna get another one as well. No trade there for Legend.
Some of these weapons are so strong, it's like unwinnable in certain scenarios, right? Like there's no winning that fight if you're Legend.
For Renegade to do something ridiculous, not gonna happen.
Rinsed, absolutely
easy
rinsed.
Wipe there in the end. 4 will fall, and right away they'll take a look at that big answer back here from our blue side as they're able to.
If you're in a 3 or a 4v1, it's impossible. Under what circumstances do you win a 3 or 4v1? You know what I mean? If your opponent has a stalker, you don't know your opponent has a stalker. It's busted, right? They're right in front of each other. There's no winning that fight if you're Legend. If you're hopeful, you might get a trade.
These guys are going to be put
there's no 1v4 possibility or opportunity with the shields, right? Yeah, if they develop strats, maybe you get. I really don't know.
To poke your corners, how you need to check your peaks.
Here's a sniper in the hands of Formal. Let's see what he can do with it then.
He's spawning with sniper.
If you played any round-based game types or games before, you know how valuable that is. He's going to be watching this angle.
I do kind of like the angle checking, patient aspect of this.
In other games, I can imagine that this is going to play pretty
someone has a
similar
skewer?
If he's given an opportunity. It does look like
it'd be cool if you could see the weapons that they have right here in the top of the scoreboard. You know, you could see their current loadout, so we could use that as a dialogue. I got a hype chest.
Someone who's played a lot of this, and you were talking to us, Wes, when we were kind of doing a bit of prep for this, and saying like, there's so many little nooks and crannies that you have to play and check.
Stellar shut down Formal with the sniper. Is that what I just saw?
Sniper's going to go down for the hands of Formal, but Lucid, he's found himself with the skewer in his hands, and he put it to use.
Lucid on Trippy.
Important kill there. Does not take any damage either.
Sniper skewer. Would love that.
Last shot, last player alive.
So what do you do if you're last shot in the 3v1 with a skewer and a sniper? We missed it. Last shot trading at the very least.
That will be another round of the board. I mean, Wes, talk to me.
Is that like points that he then takes forward? I guess because he got a trade, right? The fact that he even got a trade is crazy. Got to take off the shields, maybe filthy. Yeah, but if you do that, it's just so trivial. You take the shields off, and then it's just a SWAT round. There's a series of Forge maps, I believe, being made for the game type. But this is not supposed to enter the competitive series. This is going to be its own trial playlist in Halo Infinite when it comes out. So don't assume that this is going to...
Go that way. You by yourself.
We got their comms. Listen in.
I found a fucking hole. Nobody mid. Close.
They're here.
Sniping weak. Go straight. Legend weak. Behind you weak. Right here. One shot behind you guys. Legend, absolutely.
They have no comms either, right? He's saying close, right?
We got behind me.
Yeah, I'm arming.
I'm watching behind us.
Yo, I can get a sniper here too.
That.
Oh, sniping here. Did they have two snipers?
Looking. No.
Hey, Rav.
Yeah, I'm watching. I'm just sitting.
Oh my god. They had snipers.
Wait, on me. I'm coming.
John's gonna be sniping to your right, dude. He's gonna be sniping to your right.
You just play for arm.
Well, body for body. Everybody's got a freaking sniper, bro.
I think they double wrapped you, Joey. Low key.
Sniper's in play here, but it's a 2v3 scenario. Renegade has one. As well as Frosty, so you have.
It's interesting with the comms. I like the comms.
He's going to be one of those players trying to retake, but Frosty's going to take down Lucid. He might take down Renegade as well. Trippy will beat him to it.
Do they take the ammo and carry the gun and the ammo to the next round?
You could tell.
Imagine stacking the ammo from somebody else's sniper, starting with like 20 shots.
Oh no! The heavy
Stalker rifle for 500. Shock.
They still went down.
So they have a little menu that they navigate here.
Tough losses there.
Spike nade, choose your nade,
to purchase an
choose your
expensive
equipment.
item and then not get a
It's a cool. Look at this. Is designed by forgers in the community. You got to respect that. The entire mode is designed by the Halo community, I believe. You know, hired by Halo Studios.
You guys have been seeing a lot of that, especially due to the cost of it, right? It's a pretty cheap way. I think the way that you explained it, the way you can hold chokes, the way you can also be aggro with, it's pretty valuable.
Yeah, I like it on defense a lot. Offense is going to be interesting to see how Lucid tries to play this. Hope we stay on board with him as they.
What is that console?
Take the credits in the mid and then approach.
You can pick up credits on the wall.
There it is.
I guess.
There it is. Okay.
Yeah, Repulse coming in clutch.
He
Gets
knew
the sticky.
exactly how this round was going to go. He looked at his crystal ball and knew exactly what was going to take place. That's going to be 2 down.
This numbers advantage makes it almost an auto win right now. Formal head-to-head with a Repulse, getting over his head, but Lucid not having it. Easy kill.
And now we are tied up at 3-3.
Nice patience out of Lucid, but huge advantage there.
Might have been G8 for a bit, but Lucid is still 2-tap there.
Yeah.
Puts the heat wave to use. You can see a smile on his face as well.
That's the thing too. The heat wave on land, bro. The 2-tap capability of that weapon, even with the adjustments, right? Like Lucid having fun playing Halo. No. That's no way.
We're tied up 3-3. It's first to 6 rounds.
Frost using a 360 controller. I'm pretty sure he's not a gamester now.
It will be playable at the Optic Major that's coming up as well. So make sure you get down to Arlington, Texas if you want to play a little bit.
3-3 in the rounds. They are tied though. It is competitive.
At the moment, one thing is really
Frosty with 5 kills. Lucid with 7 in this.
Yeah. Everyone is having a good time right now.
You can tell both offensive sides are playing for the points. They're demanding mid control. Renegade's going to have the shock rifle here. He's going to be forced to try and hit the shot.
Yeah, Lucid has a stalker though. Bait and switching.
Everything's slowing down a bit.
Frosty waiting for his chance here. Good timing at a Frosty to make the pinch, but Lucid avoiding him.
Oh no.
Didn't quite find it.
This is actually going to back down perfectly right here to at least get Frosty.
H5 Frosty not getting out. Trying to use the thrust there.
Last player alive.
Poor dead.
We've seen Shockwaves, we've seen Bulldogs. Everybody's got their hands on the short range weapons.
Sandbox is crazy in this. Yeah, everybody's got power weapons now.
Everybody had a power weapon.
They all had power weapons, yeah.
Stalkers, shocks.
It's a Fiesta. They're playing Fiesta.
Actually
with one life. One life Fiesta.
The most up there being aggressive. So.
Yeah,
advanced weapons, power weapons.
Legend, Renegade, Stellar, and Lucid.
So is that like second advanced is like a tier 2 weapon? Shroud, all the equipment.
If they do get this round, of course, they will.
It's a cool little menu for what it is. S&D Fiesta, yeah. I think it might be a little bit too easy to get these weapons, right? Like, if everybody's got a power weapon, it's kind of crazy.
I was going to say, right now, we're on pace to hit it.
I'm surprised nobody's starting with like an OS, right? OS or a camo.
In the spirit of World 2,
might be expensive.
He earlier told us.
So there's 100 credits in the center of the map that you can go pick up if you want. They're right there. Somebody's going to collect the credits.
I don't know. I'm about to pick up every superstition he's got.
So it looks like it'll be.
I think they're A.
It's an interesting map, right? The design of the map is very different than any other Halo map.
It's a big wrap.
This is the all hell.
Oh, no. I meant B. I said B. My mic didn't work. One of those.
I do respect the fact that they're designing maps that would, potentially work with the game type and the playstyle.
Let's go B. Let's go B.
Still got 48 seconds, though. There's a minute on the clock once the site is originally extracted.
What are the comms on the other side? You're like, what is going on?
How the hell are they? Are they playing?
You know what's funny?
3 guys. Legend trying to get out.
Every corner and still not found him. Here we go. Engagement starting up.
Nice back down from Legend.
It's so important that Legend stayed alive in that situation.
Yeah.
He got the info, stayed alive.
Renegade gets a kill off that.
And
it becomes a bait. Legend with 2.
Finds 2, so Legend takes over this round.
Nice, everybody.
That's going to be a clean
4-4.
round from the Cobra
It's going down to the wire.
Clinical.
That's impressive.
That's 2
impressive
rounds
stuff.
in a row.
2 rounds.
Said, you know what? I'll
Too much coordination to ever work.
Like, I'm gonna.
Like the coordination right now is literally just like 4 stacked together down the lane until you find the target, and then bait and switch once you do, right? It was 5-3. My apologies. I thought they tied it.
Trippy buying a snipe on the offensive
Emphasize
side.
the least amount of curve slides as possible for casual play. Interesting.
Get the extract over at the B site.
Lots of it would mean lots of like open space if that's the case, right? You can G-slide off like everything.
Looks like a little bit of a split on the defensive side. Lucy's going to try and get some info. It looks like he has got that info and backed away smartly.
I love how, that's perfect defense right now from Lucid. You're just waiting for reinforcements to get here. But Lashot's somewhere on the map, able to get that first pick.
He's like, hey, this Bulldog works pretty well.
Lashot gets 2.
Extremely well. He just
Stellar shuts him down, but advantage 2.
Stellar finally going to take him down, but we find ourselves in a 2v2, so the numbers get evened up very, very quickly. Formal finds another one.
Formal dead here.
He's got the thrust to work with as well.
With the harpoon?
Frosty will shut him down.
But Frosty's going to close it
and
out.
Cobra bring it to 5-4.
Onward here, 5-4. The round 11 is still beckoning in its way towards us.
Come on, baby.
Big win. Backs against the walls. Opportunity maybe for us to go to 5-5. We'll have to see. All right, watch. There's going to be some key buys here to see exactly how this plays out.
There's no info on the purchases. There's no understanding of what weapons everybody has before they get into the round. Right. For spectators, it's missing a lot of important information. For dialogue, for like we should know what weapons they all have, right? Like it's hard to tell what they're buying too. And I get it. It's made in Forge, right? So there's a lot of limitations on what's possible, and hopefully room for improvement, through Forge.
Can you make something happen with maybe a Bulldog or a Repulse?
It'd be nice for the dialogue to know what they have.
So here we go then. Are we going to see the round 11, or is it
limited in terms of UI, exactly.
The Eagle team who close out here in our S&D
having fun, yeah.
Preview.
I mean, they're playing for fun right now,
It's sliding in. It's Bulldog versus Bulldog, and Formal's going to lose that
Corner
one.
camping with Bulldogs, bro. Renegade coming out on top. No GAs in this game type, safe to say. Renegade going to get the plant out. Advantage to Eagle here. Eagle about to win at this, right?
For the round and the entire game.
Last shot in the corner with the shotty.
Renegade didn't check his corner.
Corner camping better.
Case on call for the retake.
Who can corner camp harder?
He's onto something.
Trippy wins the 1v1, 2v2.
2v2.
They even it out. What about the plant, though? Renegade planted it earlier, right? He's got 40 seconds. Last shot with the help of Trippy. They shut down Stellar. They're going for the... Legend shuts down last shot.
Trippy versus Legend.
Trippy's
got a Bulldog and a bandit.
He has to just get the pick.
He's going to get there.
Wait, what does that mean? They lose then? They had to plant. They planted, yeah.
That was almost a breakdown right there.
That was actually kind of exciting for a second, right? That was the only point in the game where I felt like a build-up of tension a little bit, That was a quick game right there.
One life,
The rounds go by way faster than a typical S&D game would, That was kind of cool. Obviously it needs work, I think especially on the UI side. And it's hard to get as excited about it as we do with the other game types. It's kind of just like a standard 4v4 team fight, which we see all the time in Arena, until that last round when things felt, a little bit more, there was more tension, there was more, the way the round went, at least, was more exciting to witness.